Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Long run Sunday as normal. Good week's training again, final week now. National Duathlon champs next week in Cartington Water in Derbyshire, so pretty much I've done all my sessions now. Had a good sort of 4-week block ish off the back of that illness at Christmas, so hopefully I'm not in too bad a shape. So next week's just a chance just to see where I am, really, see how I'm running, see how I'm going. Had a ride out with the club yesterday, a bit steadier than normal, as a lot of the team were off doing a sort of a really long, I think it was the snowdrops or something like that yesterday, which is a sort of like a sporty 4x 100 miles, so I didn't fancy doing that really, especially with the race next week. So yeah, so I went out with a group of 4 of us out yesterday, so a little bit more leisurely pace than normal, slightly different route to what we normally do, but enjoyable. A bit cold like this morning, sort of weather's gone a bit colder this week. I think it's 2 or 3 degrees this morning, so just put an extra layer on for the long run. Started going out a little bit earlier on the Sundays now. Normally I used to go out at 9 o'clock, but when I'm doing 2.5-3 hours, I was sort of getting back midday, so I left just before 8 this morning, so should be back before 11, somewhere between 10:30 and 11 hopefully. So and on my own today, so I'm going to try out a couple of new trails. I drove past one the other day, so I'm looking just to go and try that trail today, see where that leads to, just see if I can find another slightly different loop. Which is always nice, just to explore a little bit and find some different trails, because I think it takes out the monotony, and also I find when I'm getting lost and trying new trails, the miles just tick off quicker, which is always good. But yeah, this week again, a couple of good run sessions. Wednesday morning's run session was a 10-minute effort, followed by 90-second recovery, and then 10 1-minute efforts, and I think it was a 45-second recovery, I think, might be wrong. I'll put it down in the description below. Monday's run session was 1-minute efforts again, but they were 25 1-minute efforts on Monday, so with I think 45-second recovery, so slightly shorter, so just trying to get me ready for the race next week. And then a couple of good bike sessions as well. I think the harder one of the two this week was the 10-minute effort, so it was an hour session with 3 10-minute efforts, 5 minutes in between. The first one I think was at 270 watts, second one was 280 watts, and then the third one was 275 watts. And I'm working back at my the FTP I normally work at is about 287, so I'm back up to that now. So last week was the last week of my 20-week block, so I'll start that again, possibly after the nationals now. Just decide on what race I want to sort of get myself ready for. Still not sure on when I'm going to do Zofingen or not yet, but I've got quite a few TTs lined up for the summer, so yeah, we'll see how next week goes first, and then I'll make a decision on Zofingen. So it's more the travel, as there's not a big team going. It's how I get my bike out there, and also from Zurich to Zofingen, how I sort of manage that. The taxi looks expensive, hiring a car isn't that cheap. Could get the train, but I'm not sure how flexible they are on the train with the big bike box and suitcases. So I did speak to Nirvana in the week, who's the travel agent for British Triathlon, and they said they could do me like a bit of bespoke package, so I might give them a call next week and just find out a little bit more detail, because it just, for me, just takes the hassle out of me organising it. Costs a little bit more, but also if there's any problems I can always fall back to them and get their advice and support. So, but yeah, so today wasn't sure how far I was going to go today, whether I was going to do my normal 2.5, 2:45, or whether to shorten it down. So I'm just going to see how my legs feel. Obviously I've got a race next week. I will have a really easy week next week, so we might just plod along and get the long one in, and then, like I say, I got an easy week next week. I'll maybe do a one run effort just to keep the legs turning over, but I won't do any sheer bike efforts next week. I'll just do some steady turbo, and a couple of days when I'm in work I'll possibly commute as well. So yeah, let's see how today goes, and hopefully you'll enjoy what looks like a nice morning with blue skies.